Set. Well, we saw Endgame. Wow.
Endgame.
I am so. Yes, sir.
Sir,
This is not a taxi. However, I am so happy that Endgame actually lived up to my expectations.
Oh my god!
What did you guys think?
It was a near perfect film.
It blew. It was fantastic.
I will
good.
frankly say I wasn't expecting it to be very
Yes.
good. I had a lot of concerns.
I was just. Oh
I
my
was like,
god.
the hype is way too high.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they can satisfy this hype. There's no way.
Okay,
And
I feel like we should say something right
did.
now. Now, okay, to people who are probably going to look at this and be like, "All right, Thanos demands your silence." All right, we're going to give you like the first few minutes, spoiler free, I think.
Okay.
And just talk about our impressions.
Impressions, spoiler free.
After that, if you're still here, it's your own damn fault.
Yeah, exactly.
But-
so, first impressions is that the film basically encompasses all of the marketing within the first 10 minutes.
Yes.
Which I think is
Yes.
extremely good idea. That was
think,
genius, in fact.
Yep.
To
This
make
is a
sure.
movie that just. I think any expectation you actually have is probably going to get shattered at some point, because I remember what I was expecting to see and what I was kind of like, I'd be cool with seeing that, and I'm still just like blown out of the freaking water.
Me too. And
It subverted my expectations.
it subverted my expectations in a good way.
in
in
a
the
good
best-
way.
Yeah.
The best way possible.
Right, unlike the other
a
Last
certain
Jedi
character.
films, you know, like they subvert your expectations, but in bizarre and confusing ways. Yeah, but this one was like, I did not see it going that way at all.
No,
and it was quite.
It was yes.
Uh,
It was a roller coaster of emotions.
I don't
It
know how
was-
else to describe it except satisfying.
It's like a picture.
Goosebumps.
It's a Tolkien-esque roller coaster.
Yes.
Everything is there. The adventure, the drama, all the comedy.
It feels like
the
any point,
epicness.
any point you wanted addressed in Avengers was addressed.
Yeah.
It was like they somehow found a way in a mere 3 hours
They-
to include every single question you may have had or follow up.
They covered
Yeah.
all the bases.
Yep.
They covered it.
And
Even
it
though,
was just-
like, we thought the existence of Homecoming was a spoiler.
Everything was wrapped up. Everything was wrapped
They
up.
wrapped up characters. They wrapped up. They gave
Yeah.
it perfect closures. They gave, I think, a fair amount of screen
Do you
time
mean,
to
do you
all
mean
of
Far
the
From
main.
Home?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
Far From
okay,
Home.
okay.
I got it confused.
I was like, wait.
Yeah, everybody got their spotlight.
Everyone got, I think, a good amount of screen time, and they
Which
got
is that,
decent
like,
closure.
I remember saying that in my Strong Females video about how it's like everyone, even in like Civil War or whatever, feels.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It feels like though there's a brief amount of time, there's still a lot of character. And what is it with the Russos in doing that? They're just good at that, because
Excellent balance of character.
looking at everyone who comes into play in this, I'm just like, okay, I feel like I understand pretty much everyone,
Yeah,
and that's
safe to say.
Let's just-
They don't exactly like. I wouldn't exactly say they cut the fat. They just they put they cut the fat off and then they put it.
They didn't cut the fat off Thor.
it's oh god.
They cut the fat off and then they put it back on the steak, like in
Exactly.
places that it needed.
They
to
just-
be.
No, exactly. You're right though that there's like no fluff to this film.
No.
There really is.
Every scene needs to
Yes.
be there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Everything that happens for a reason. You're gonna watch this, think to yourself, "Oh my God, is this really? Am I seeing this for a good reason?" Yes, you are.
I would almost go as far to say it's pioneering to find a film at this length that makes such good use of its screen time.
Yeah.
Any other 3-hour film I envision, there's a lot of fluff, you know?
What do you mean? Avatar wasn't everything you wanted and more?
I think the only.
Avatar
James Cameron's Avatar
wasn't even 3 hours.
I feel like the only movies that actually are in the same league as Infinity War right now, in Endgame, yes, would probably be something like.
Shawshank Redemption.
Well, I was gonna say something like Tolkien, because I just watched The Lord of the Rings. So I guess if, maybe like as a psychological pre-gaming, because Jacqueline was like, "Let's watch Lord of the Rings." I'm like,
I would.
all right, 9 hours.
I mean, I would even go as far to say is there's some slow parts to Lord
There's
of the
some
Rings.
really
There is not slow parts.
No.
There is no slow parts in
it
this.
is
The movie
just-
is moving.
It is just
every-
a never-ending sprint.
Yes.
Every time I the whole way I was watching everything, I was like, I was glued.
Yeah, and I'll give credit to this as well, because this used to be something I criticized Marvel for. I'm amazed that they were able to handle such dark and sad topics pre-snap. I mean, post-snap, after Infinity War.
Oh, God.
Seeing all the things that...
It just...
I'm so glad they tackled that.
It just literally... it rocks literally the whole universe.
It does, and I was really worried they were going to gloss over it and be whatever,
they
moving on.
They show the shockwave of it.
Right. They spent a good amount of screen time just emphasizing like what the world is like now, and here's how it changed. I love that. I love how they handled that. And I will give credit where credit is due. Super sad, super dark, and they still got comedy in there.
They still have. They have the balance.
It was perfectly balanced.
It was perfectly balanced.
Oh my God, the Russos are Thanos.
Yes,
they are. Oh my God.
How was such a sad movie able to achieve so much laughter? Is my question.
Can we talk about the amount of claps this movie got? I don't.
Oh my God, the audience was cheering throughout.
It was amazing.
There was claps. There were cries. There were applause. There was shocks. There was everything.
I also think. When do we want to draw the line for spoilers?
We'll give it like one more bit. I think.
One more bit. Is it a spoiler to say that there's time travel?
Oh. Cue the Huey Lewis, folks. We're going into spoiler territory.
Okay. It's not really a spoiler. I mean, it's
not.
pretty.
But from now on, the spoilers.
The spoilers come forward.
The floodgates are unleashed.
But I will say this film handles time travel extremely well.
Oh God, dang.
It seems as though they thought of almost everything.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, if we're gonna do time travel, we have to address this, and this.
We have to be.
I love that they're trying to explain time travel to Scott, who it's like he's not a dummy, but he's way out of his depth.
Exactly.
And he's like, huh?
Yes, for sure.
At the very beginning, when we see Scott, Ant-Man, I was like, he wasn't acting like Ant-Man. I was like, oh my gosh, he's
like serious.
This is the first movie where I seen Paul Rudd where he isn't playing Paul Rudd.
He's hardened.
And then he starts playing Paul Rudd again. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
I think it was a fantastic plot choice to have the majority of the film being going down memory lane of the previous films.
Know, it was so amazing just seeing how far we've come.
Oh, right. When they
walking through Avengers 1.
When they cut to the battleground of the first Avenger, I was like, oh my God.
We were like, oh.
Drew and I were just like, we were both going, oh my God, oh my God.
Because that was totally not how I was. Maybe some people were predicting it, but I was not anticipating that.
I wasn't. I didn't factor time travel into any of this equation.
You can see why it's face now.
God, stop it.
So no, but yeah, like as soon as they showed up and they were like watching what happens after the Avengers,
oh my God,
the first movie ended, I was like,
I'm.
This is intense.
This is extremely intense.
I'm still not sure if that was just footage from the first Avengers or they.
It had to be mixed.
It's definitely a mix because
the original scene ends with Loki saying like, "I'll take that drink now," and with this they show like the following 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I was like, oh my God, they had to go back and like film all that too. Holy cow!
Part of the elevator. Just don't worry.
Oh yeah, Captain America.
That was great.
Hail Hydra. I was like. That is the smartest thing.
Really?
That character just did the smartest thing he has ever done. That was genius.
That was extremely genius.
Because I thought they were just going to recreate the Winter Soldier scene where he beats them all up. I was like, this is kind of weird.
I know. When I saw it, I went, that looks super familiar.
Yeah, I was like, that didn't happen in 2012.
No,
are they making it happen now? I was like, what are they doing? And then it goes, Hail Hydra. I was like,
oh.
And then they were just
genius.
It was amazing.
I thought of that.
Oh my God. You and I both were like, because they actually got the guy from the series, Agent Carter, who played Jarvis, to play Jarvis here. I was like, that was such a cool,
nice.
There were so many scenes where I was just
my God, guys. Tony Stark got to meet his dad in this film. Finally. And it was so heartfelt, too.
It was...
talking about kids and being a father.
There's so many things I want to spoil, but at the same time, I'm like, no. You have to go.
Yeah.
You have to go figure this out for your own. But at the same time,
it can't go without saying that was beautiful. I think the joke that got the most laughs by far was that's America's ass.
That was great.
The audience bursted out loud.
Even better, just the whole that's America's ass. You have to emphasize the salute.
Tony goes, what? That suit never did anything for your ass, and then and
then Cap's like that.
As far as I'm concerned, that's America's ass.
I mean, that's America's.
And then later, Cap beats himself up, and he's like, "That is America's ass." He's just like, "Yeah."
I love how he beats up original Captain America, and he says, "I could do this all day." I know.
Yeah.
It's like I've done this.
Yes, that was wonderful.
Oh my god.
It was
Man,
so
they handled that.
Thor.
It was
so
so
well.
beautiful. And by the way, the whole bottom third of this movie is basically just a never-ending battle scene.
Yeah, and it
And,
does
like,
well.
It does
It
it
was a well-done
amazingly
battle
well.
scene.
It doesn't feel like a slog or fatigue.
No.
It's not like when you're playing a video game and you know you're just grinding to get to the last dungeon to beat the boss. No.
Right.
This, like, it felt like some kind of apocalyptic stuff was going down, because it was.
It was, literally.
It was like when you're watching... I'm not an anime guy, but I've heard this before, but, like, when you're watching 8 episodes straight of, like, Dragon Ball Z, where Goku's just, like, summoning all kinds of power, and that's it. That's the whole episode. You're just, like, on the edge of your seat the entire time, except here stuff's actually happening.
I've more recently, like, fallen out of interest in, like, action scenes, but in this one I was like, how is this gonna go? I want to see Thanos beat him up.
There was some great action.
It was Unbound the Wild freaking ride.
As Thor grabbed Stormbreaker and Mjolnir simultaneously, I was like, oh god, here we go.
And then the second that Mjolnir just flies out of nowhere, and all of a sudden,
Yes.
it's just like they followed up on the Joss Whedon Ultron.
The Age of Ultron reference was addressed in this.
It was actually a
It
thing.
did well.
Oh my god, there were so many great setups and payoffs.
Yes.
There was.
Oh.
I'm trying to think, like,
fantastic.
By the way, Thor he's got a gut now.
dude, he looks like the big.
And
That
he's-
was so satisfying.
And he is what
That was
I now
hilarious.
aspire to be.
We've just
as a
been
human
so.
being.
We've been.
Watching Chris Hemsworth with a giant gut was just beautiful.
We've been mentally predisposed, just
Lebowski.
conditioned to think. Yeah, thank you.
Big Thorbowski.
That he just is like a god, a literal god, and he's just got like a beer gut.
He
and
looks like a Greek god now.
He looks so horrible. Oh my god! Is there anything we can say about this movie that we
I'm just
actually
gonna
hate?
open this door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
same.
It's getting hot in here.
Done.
Is that what did you say, Dan?
Is there anything we can say in this movie that we actually hate?
Captain Marvel?
I mean, yeah, she doesn't have a character still.
No. I will
what-
say.
what
No,
I-
I'm joking. That was a joke mostly. I will mention that of all ways for Tony to get home, that one probably makes the most sense.
Yeah,
Given he did say on the ship he was like thousands of light years from Earth. So
I will say that they've never addressed what she can do and what her, like, the grand scope of her ability. But at the same time, like, you know what? I saw Captain America throwing Mjolnir around, and the entire movie has been beautiful.
And
if there's anything I'm going to call BS on, I'm just going to push that aside, because it's like, whatever.
I respect the Russos for keeping her appearance to a minimum, saying like this isn't her time.
What did I say? They kept it brief.
I'm
Brie Larson, everybody.
I'm happy that it was not
Captain Marvel
and the
Ex
Avengers.
Machina.
I'm happy it wasn't Captain Marvel and the Avengers, and it was
No,
was
like,
the Avengers with Captain
She
Marvel.
hasn't
That's what
been
I
a thing for long enough for any of her to be deserved, and that's why I was really happy that like there's one shot where Thanos punches her and she like doesn't move at all, like Superman style.
He headbutts her.
Yeah, he headbutts her and she doesn't do anything.
And he's looking all terrified, like.
No, then he goes. Oh wait, I can do this. Then,
Yeah.
Then
I was like, come on, don't let Captain
don't
Marvel
do this.
save everything, because it's the time for the OG Avengers to shine, and that's what it was.
What's gonna bug me is that I know I'm gonna hear like a bunch of people just like freaking out, like, all the female Avengers were fighting behind Captain Marvel. Like, just calm down.
There was a
at least
particularly
everybody else
bizarre shot. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying
it
it was
looked-
random
it looked
that there
like
was one
Ladies' Night.
shot where they had every single female Avenger and
like,
at the same time.
Okay,
I was like,
people. At the same time, I feel like people are going to freak out about that, but think about it like this. At least everyone else in that shot, but was actually doing something before Captain Marvel came into being. Like, Scarlet Witch was screwing up Thanos.
Oh,
for
was sure.
She was so pissed. She was like, I'm going to come down and just like, boom, giant dirt clod. Boom, giant dirt clod.
I also love that, I guess you could call it the money shot of like all the Avengers coming back at the same time. And then those flying caterpillar monsters are coming in, and Ant-Man punches the whole thing.
decks him.
It's like, no.
Right? Yeah, he just goes, no.
Oh my god, this movie was beautiful.
Then he steps on the big dude.
He did.
Yeah,
There was a giant guy and he
Drax
just boom
pokes him with
Oh
his,
my
stopped
with his
him.
knives.
There was like
there's
to conclude Phase 3. There was like no better way.
this was
As Doctor Strange said, there was no other way.
This was the correct way.
This was just mwah.
Pretty much best case scenario.
If Into the Spider-Verse was like animation-wise visual candy, this is the live-action computer-generated version of that.
The CG was fantastic.
It was amazing.
There was one scene where we first see, where we see Thanos on Earth, where he was 30 frames a second.
Wyatt noticed
I was like,
to be fair, the movie was 24 FPS, but
yeah, well,
I'm just saying, like,
small.
They made
Steve chunky.
Okay, I won't spoil it, but what was I gonna say? Hank Pym Young looked super real.
I was gonna say that looked
with the hair
that blended well enough
when they were in the 70s.
Granted, I think
Pym particles, Hank Pym.
Granted, I think Michael Douglas has always looked 65.
He looked great.
Michael Douglas.
They had to de-age Michael Douglas, and he looked great.
He looked super real too.
Yes.
I was confused.
Oh God.
And if we're talking deep spoilers now, like you've seen the movie already,
go.
Yeah, go if you haven't yet. If you
this is your last chance. This is the Chernobyl zone. You're not getting out without being untainted.
That's right. Old Steve Rogers. Looked very real.
That was
some except his teeth.
That was some really good de-aging.
That was a great de-aging.
Okay.
That was like usually when they have a pretty good-looking actor look old, it looks really bad.
Yeah, you can see
that one.
You can see the mask.
I was like, is that Clint Eastwood?
Yeah,
I was like, that looks really
I thought
good.
it was Thomas Hayden Church. I was like, oh my God, they got Thomas Hayden Church. No, it's Chris Evans.
It was
actually
Chris Evans.
Looks like a different person.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, that's actually him. They did really good with that, in the voice and everything.
Oh man, they just they. I feel like the best thing I can describe this as is like, did you guys ever watch the original Point Break?
No.
There's one point in the movie where Patrick Swayze and that he's just like, the one thing I want to do is I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a 50-foot wave that only comes across like once every 50 years or something like that. And it's Australia. And that's all he wants to do before he dies. It kills him. But I feel like we just rode that wave.
Yeah.
There is no... I feel like I just watched The Force of Nature.
That is how you conclude a major franchise.
That is how you conclude a major franchise.
It's with the guy who started it all, wielding the Infinity Stones and saying, I am Iron Man.
Oh,
boom.
Gosh, that was great.
Oh, we were just...
I think all three of us were just like,
it was
that's great.
Satisfaction overload.
It was
insanity.
100%,
beautiful.
101% satisfaction.
Oh my God.
It was the best possible outcome out of 14 million things that Doctor Strange could have seen.
That's very right.
The Russos knew how to like make you feel that.
They saw the future and they were like,
saw the future.
What's going to make the most people happy?
That part killed me. I was like, oh my God. Actually, no, I think it was funniest when as soon as they were talking about time travel and going to figure out where all the stones were, I was just like, we're going to see Peter Quill dancing silently and singing to himself.
Yep.
And they did.
I love that they addressed that.
They just hit him. He immediately falls down.
Brody just pink.
Oh man.
That's it.
Just singing.
Is there anything else
you
want to say in this praise of a review?
We've had a lot of praise. I think we're just hyped from the satisfaction.
We are.
Any criticisms at all?
Any criticisms?
I was confused by Gwyneth Paltrow.
I agree. That was bizarre when Pepper Potts showed up in an Iron Man suit.
I guess it's a callback to Iron Man 3 for some reason.
Did she like? I guess she
did.
She was in an Iron Man suit, and I guess Tony is just like, you know what? I want her to have everything I have, and I'm like,
it felt a little out of place, but I guess it was just a long time ago.
Honestly, I felt like I was riding a freaking cocaine high, so I was like, woo!
Iron Man 3 was pre-Age of Ultron, so I guess that's why it was a little out of the blue for me. I will say that there was a lot, while they were good for the character, there was a lot of coincidences.
Yeah.
Like, there's Howard Stark. Oh, there's...
there was Howard Stark and...
Margaret? What's...
Margaret
Steve Rogers?
Peggy.
Oh, there's Peggy.
Peggy and Michael Douglas. I forget his name.
Hank Pym.
They were all in the same facility.
They all just happened to be there, and that was kind of like,
well, it was.
I'm okay with it.
Honestly, any criticisms about this movie need to be thrown in the garbage and then like set on fire because it doesn't matter. This movie is this is how you punctuate your military campaign with an atom bomb after all this crazy stuff. All right, I feel like I just watched Japan get nuked, and I was like, "Whoa, hold the phone." That's not a great comparison, is it?
Ant-Man escaped via rat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which was very convenient.
Yeah, I when that happened, I went, a rat. I said to both of you, a rat.
A rat.
A rat.
That rat single-handedly saved the universe.
Yep.
Because they couldn't rewind time without him.
I
So-
I don't know. I don't know.
Hashtag thank the rat, because that rat
the
literally,
rat.
Remy, or whoever.
Hashtag. Actually, I wonder.
Emil! Emil saved the day, actually.
I have to know
Just
now.
by allowing Hank Pym to do that, and just to bring back Ant-Man.
No, that scene where where Howard Stark.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know his name. Michael.
Michael Douglas.
Oh, I was really hoping it was going to be You're the Rat in the Chinese New Year. It's not till 2032. Dang it!
But no, that was I think the nicest scene in the whole film.
That was.
It was very convenient,
Tony gets
very
Tony
unlikely,
gets his dad as well.
but good for the character.
Yeah.
So
It was a beautiful. It was a nice.
The whole
quaint
scene
moment.
made me just like
for sure.
Oh,
Wonderful send off.
yeah, it was.
Oh man.
Because that scene they.
I think what
having Tony.
almost got me to tear up a little bit was when Happy was talking to Iron Man's daughter.
That's what I did too.
And he was just like, "What do you want to eat? Cheeseburgers." And he's just like trying to keep it back. And I was like, "Oh!"
As soon as she said cheeseburgers,
I was like,
I
oh,
legit
man.
I started misting up a little bit. I was like, oh.
Oh,
It was painful, but it was the kind of pain that makes you happy to feel.
I know.
Oh.
Happy
wait.
to feel.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Wait. You said you just
What?
gave away what happens at the end.
Well, we're into
We're
spoilers.
already deep into
We're deep into spoilers.
Yeah.
All right, we've
Yeah,
gone
Tony
past
Stark dies, by the way.
we've gone back past the exclusion zone.
That's what we meant.
Steve Rogers is basically dead.
Yeah,
Basically, he's
old
not going to be useful anymore.
What? Okay.
That was his last
Are
film.
we assuming that
Chris Evans, that was the end of his
are we assuming
contract.
that is Steve, like if he didn't go into ice, or is that Steve when he went?
He did go into ice, but
he-
his future
Let's
self
not
went
try
back.
and melt our brains like an egg, guys.
So how old would he be?
About
He'd
probably
be like 100 something.
probably like
He'd
90.
be pretty old. But he was in great shape and he had serum, so
He
maybe
was-
that helped with the
He was
aging.
in
I don't
excellent
know.
shape.
Fair enough.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's safe. Well, Chris Evans, this was his last film, so it's safe to say he's done. Iron Man's done.
Yeah.
I think
I'm excited to
not sure about
see-
Thor.
Thor, Chris Hemsworth, I heard said he would be welcome to come back, but not as like a main character.
Okay. Well, not as Thor, probably.
Yeah, he's gonna go off do his own thing, but
That's fine.
he's gonna be in Men in Black, of course.
Kind of a downgrade, honestly, but whatever. Do we
Thor might be his best.
want to
performance.
close this out so we can give the good people at home the chance to go and just watch this freaking movie?
99.
Yes. Well, if you've watched this far, then
I give it a
hopefully you've seen it.
99.
And if
Yeah, I
you've
would
watched
give
this
it-
far,
I
you've
would-
already seen it. Go watch it again.
if I had to give it a percentage, I'd give it like a 99 as well.
99.5.
Yeah, very well
Just-
done,
it was-
Russo.
Just the one up.
Thank you for being so satisfying.
Yes,
and
thank
for
you
making the crowd.
Thank you, Russo.
We laughed.
Thank you, Robert Downey Jr. for your time.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was his
really.
big commitment.
That was
Robert.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
and
that,
what a way to end it.
Oh yeah.
What a great way to end it.
Oh, it's a beautiful time.
Beautiful.
Fantastic film.
So, go watch it.
Yes. Watch it.
Go watch it.
If you haven't
Watch
watched
this.
it, watch it again.
If you, yeah.
Tell Marvel that good screenplays should be rewarded with tons of cash.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Russo's, thank you for making us cry, laugh, be satisfied.
Yes.
Go, oh! Because
Yes.
that's so satisfying.
There were many scenes where I went, oh,
Yes.
so good.
Yes.
Satisfying grunt.
Yes.
Great
But
Anyways.
satisfaction.
to close,